Is skipping breakfast good or bad? Do you really need breakfast to survive the day? Or is skipping it just a fast track to that summer body you've been chasing? I mean, what's the deal here? One person swears by their green smoothie at 7 a.m., while another's perfectly fine until lunch, or at least until they smell pancakes. Let's dig into the scrambled truth about breakfast. Hold the toast. Let's rewind a bit. Remember when you were a kid and your mom told you breakfast is the most important meal of the day? She wasn't alone. This phrase practically became gospel. But where did it come from? Spoiler alert, it wasn't nutritionists. It was actually a marketing slogan. Yup. Kellogg's, back in the early 20th century, wanted people to buy more cereal. Genius, right? But now we're here asking the real question. Was that bowl of sugary flakes actually essential? Or was it just a sugary bribe to wake up on time? Believe it or not, breakfast hasn't always been the holy grail of meals that it's often made out to be. If we go back in time, no, not the dinosaur era. They couldn't exactly order avocado toast. Many cultures approach the first meal of the day quite differently. For centuries, breakfast was considered optional or a luxury for the well-to-do. In medieval Europe, people generally ate two main meals a day, a mid-morning meal and a larger evening meal. Nobody was freaking out about skipping breakfast because their daily schedule just didn't revolve around that concept. Fast forward to the present day and you'll find that in some cultures, breakfast is still more like a late morning meal, while in others, it's a grand feast of pastries, fruit, cheese, and more. So how do we get to the point where skipping breakfast is deemed by some as the worst sin you can commit against your body? Let's get a bit scientific for a moment. Don't worry, no pop quiz at the end. When you sleep, your body goes into a fasting state. The term breakfast literally means breaking that fast. Typically, your body dips into your energy reserves using stored glycogen to keep vital functions running. By morning, you're somewhat low on fuel. Pro-breakfast folks argue that you need to replenish energy quickly to kickstart your metabolism, stabilize your blood sugar levels, and power up your brain. Some studies suggest that eating a healthy breakfast can improve concentration, mood, and overall productivity, meaning you'll be less likely to stare blankly at your computer while dreaming of a pizza at 10 a.m. However, there's also emerging research suggesting that not everyone responds to breakfast the same way. Intermittent fasting, where you limit your eating to certain hours, has become popular for weight management and potential metabolic benefits. For some people, extending that overnight fast by skipping breakfast can help with better insulin sensitivity and weight control. The truth is, different bodies, different needs, and no one size fits all. Let me tell you about my friend Jessica. Every morning, she used to spring out of bed like a cartoon character, bright-eyed, and made a beeline for the kitchen to prepare her massive breakfast spread. Eggs, toast, fruit, and a bowl of yogurt. It was like she was feeding an entire soccer team. Meanwhile, I'd shuffle around somewhat zombie-like, surviving on nothing but caffeine fumes until lunch. Over time, Jessica decided to try intermittent fasting because she heard it could help her feel lighter during her morning workout. She switched her big breakfast to a slightly late morning meal or even lunchtime. Surprisingly, she felt great. No midday crash, no growling stomach, and me, well, ironically, I started to force myself to eat breakfast because I'd heard it was the most important meal of the day. But all it did was make me feel sluggish. See the irony? Benefits of eating breakfast: stable energy levels. Regularly eating breakfast can help maintain more consistent blood sugar levels. This can translate to better focus and fewer cravings throughout the day. Nutrient intake. Breakfast is often where people can sneak in fruit, whole grains, protein, and other essential nutrients. A balanced morning meal can prevent overeating later. Digestion and gut health. For some, breakfast helps regulate bowel movements. Hello, fiber! A good start to the day can mean a happier gut overall. Better mood and concentration. For kids, especially, research shows that breakfast is linked to improved academic performances and fewer behavioral issues. Adults who eat breakfast might also find they're less moody. So you can hold off on that "I need coffee or I'll bite someone's head off" attitude. Possible downsides of skipping breakfast: midday cravings and overeating. Some people who skip breakfast tend to overcompensate by snacking endlessly or overeating later in the day. Low energy, brain fog. If your body needs that immediate energy boost in the morning, skipping breakfast could lead to feeling sluggish or irritable. Missing out on essential nutrients. If breakfast is typically your big source of fiber, vitamins, and protein, skipping it means you're missing a good chunk of your daily nutrient quota. Potential metabolic impact. Some studies link consistent breakfast skipping with an increased risk of weight gain or metabolic changes down the road, though this can vary greatly among individuals. Intermittent fasting fans. If your body responds positively to a shorter daily eating window and you find yourself devouring an entire pizza by noon, skipping breakfast might be okay for you. Natural non-breakfast eaters. Some folks just aren't hungry in the morning. If forcing yourself to eat leads to discomfort, then perhaps skipping isn't the worst idea, provided you still get the nutrients you need throughout the day. Lifestyle fit. For someone with a jam-packed schedule, consolidating meals may make life simpler. Just ensure you're not neglecting overall nutrition. So is skipping breakfast good or bad? The most honest answer is it depends on your body, your lifestyle, and your personal goals. If breakfast helps you feel energized, focused, and satisfied, go for it. If skipping feels more natural or supports a specific health plan without negative side effects, that's okay too. The key is paying attention to your own body's signals. Your coworker might rave about how skipping breakfast changed their life, while you feel like a disoriented astronaut without your morning meal. Neither of you is necessarily wrong. It's all about finding what's sustainable and healthy for you. Next time you're faced with that to eat or not to eat dilemma, first thing in the morning, remember this. Listen to your body's cues and don't get trapped by blanket statements. A hearty breakfast could launch your day like a rocket, or a skipped breakfast might help you feel light and nimble. Only you decide which is better for your daily mission. So whether you're an early bird scrambling eggs at dawn or a night owl who just can't face food until lunchtime, make sure you're fueling your body well overall. Because in the end, it's not just about breakfast. It's about giving your body the nourishment it deserves, whenever that may be. Thanks for watching. And now if you'll excuse me, I have a date with a stack of pancakes. Or maybe I'll just wait till noon. Let me think about it.